Welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. You know, I as you guys know, I'm always looking for something to talk about, something that's interesting, something maybe funny, something that has a life lesson to it. And I notice more and more and more onlyfools stories on major like newspapers. And I said, this is not that interesting a story. Why is this even here? And it got me to kind of wonder, are these ads? Like, I know sometimes you guys have said that in the comments, and I'm like, maybe, I don't know. But a lot of times they don't have links to, the pages, or they don't have their full names or anything. But I'm noticing now that more of them are having that information. Let me silence my phone here because I'm just so popular. From the New York Post, I'm not going to read down through the whole thing, but this is an example. From the New York Post, and this is under the parenting section. I'm a self-made millionaire at 26. My parents disowned me over my career. Now, what's interesting is I went through here, and this gal says she makes $1 million per year. She makes $1 million per year. And so, I went, they say nearly 500,000 Instagram. I followed that. Yeah, she's got almost 500,000. I'm not sure exactly how many she has there, 461. And then I come over here, and I just did a search on New York. Oh, here's the other thing. I looked up her onlyfools information. Okay, there it is. Jeez, okay. So she has about 90,000 followers. And she says, hey, follow me. It's $5 a month. She's very mid. She's like 5 at best, in my personal opinion. But I let me get my calculator here. Okay, so 45,000 a month is supposedly what she's making at 9,000 followers times $5 a pop. Times 12 months, that's 540 grand, times 0.8, because onlyfools takes 20%. 432,000. Now, unless she's making 600,000 in tips, which I doubt, because again, she's decidedly mid. But in here they say she makes like $1 million per year by sharing the photos of her and stuff like that. And I just said, something, maybe these are ads. And so I came over here and I just typed in onlyfools into the New York Post. Listen to these stories. Not the titles, but when. October 10th, October 9th, October 5th, teacher who was placed on leave because of her account. October 5th, cop recognized onlyfools model subscriber, blah, blah, blah. October 4th, man gets woman's name tattooed because of onlyfools. September 30th, September 28th, September 27th, September 14th, 9th, 4th. Like, they're doing 10 to 15 of these stories every month. And they're not stories. I did a search for Metro UK. Same thing. Here's another star or another story and another story, another story. I looked over on the UK Daily Mail here. Same thing. Story after story after story. And now this one's not in order because I selected it by relevance. There are pages and pages and pages and pages of this stuff. I'm fully convinced that these things are ads. If you look at traditional media, like I remember when I was young, you only had, let me find my full camera here. My green screen's not doing very well today. I don't have much lighting on it, I see. When I was a young person and you turn on the TV or you open the newspaper was local. It was like the Syracuse Times or the Syracuse Journal or whatever. And it was a local newspaper. And those eventually started going away, and there's not even many local websites anymore. Almost everything's gone national. But there was still relevant story, or there were still relevant stories and relevant information. And over time, as social media and Facebook and some of these, YouTube and Rumble and all the other places started coming up with smaller content creators, I noticed that the big media players, the big companies, are moving to crap like this, where it's they're struggling. I really think they're struggling to make money, and while they still may have main news, I think they're taking ad money for these stories because they're not even clickbait worthy. So many of them are boring. And as a matter of fact, let me look this up real quick. All right, I wanted to look this up as an example. Here's CNN, and same search for Only Fools. Singapore jails a creator. Denise Richard is following her teenage daughter onto the site. Carmen Electra joins. Tim Stokely steps down as CEO. They suspend proposed ban. Why do they ban stuff like this? Spicy work. Like, these are news stories. You know what I mean? Or at least the majority of them seem to be news stories. These other ones are like complete fluff pieces, and they're writing them every 1 or 2 days. I don't know. This isn't going to be an extremely long video, but I want to know what you guys think. Does it seem like a lot of these fluff pieces, like, do you think that some of these websites are struggling so much that they're almost selling these kind of cover stories like this one? Because maybe she really is making a million, but I doubt it. And it seems that they have they have links to her Instagram, they have links to her OnlyFools, they have links to all of her different content. And you read down through this and you're just like, this is not a story. Like the comments here, I'm in dark mode, so you can't see the comments. And this is, I'm seeing a lot more of this stuff too. How much does the New York Post get paid for these OF ads? Again, here's another guy. How much are you getting to run this ad? I think a lot of people are starting to catch on. Now, some people don't. But I think a lot of people are starting to realize, like, hey, I think these are ads, especially when you're seeing them every 2, 3, 4 days. That doesn't make any sense to me. That seems like it's way, way too many. I don't know. I want to see what you guys think, because I'm not going to read these anymore. I'm bored by them, to be honest. And it's not a story. Like, how okay, maybe a mid is making $1 million. Okay, we've talked about those stories before. But the vast majority of women, the average income is something like $130, for all women on these sites. So they're not banking. You might get the occasional one that gets lucky. I think these are ads. Let me know what you think down below. Guys, I'm going to do a dating profile of the day over on Locals. So please join me over there. I've got a huge group of awesome guys that are over there. A couple of gals that join in on the conversations. Some are married, some are single. I mean, the guys, that is. Some are married, some are single. Some guys are going, their own way. Other people are in relationships. It's a really diverse, great group of guys over there. And we have some amazing conversations. I do unique content over there. And it's like $5. It's not even $5 a month. It's like $4 a month if you come over and support for a year. So I hope you join over today. Great community of guys and lots of good topics that we talk about. So come on over and join us today. I would appreciate it very much, and we'll see you in the next one.